Hi and welcome back. In today's class, I'm going to give you the option to use props in the form of blocks. It's not a requirement, but I'm going to show how it might be able to help your practice or might not. When I first started practicing yoga, I thought that using a prop meant that you weren't very good at yoga or weren't flexible, but I learned that it's much more nuanced to that. So I'm going to give you a bit of feedback that might help your practice. Let's begin today's practice in child's pose. So as you just spend some time here with your head down to connect to the breath, use your exhalation to ground down and relax. And with the body relaxed, now breathe into that opening that you feel in the body. A dynamic expansion from your center. Good. Now come up on the hands and knees. Stretch back into your first downward facing dog. Step your feet forward to the front of your mat. And the knees slightly, let your head drop. Roll yourself up to stand. Good. Join your palms together. With your eyes closed, take a slow breath in. And let it all the way out. Bring your arms down at your side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale into a flat back. Step your left leg back. Lower your knee down and inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Set knees down, lower heart down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog pose. Press right big toe out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot up to your thumb. As you inhale, come up on the fingertips. Exhale to step the back leg and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your right leg back and lower the knee down. Inhale, come up, raise the arms. Hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Set knees down or legs straight, your call. Lower slowly. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Press left big toe out. Inhale, right leg up. Step your foot up. Inhale up on the fingertips. Exhale, step your back leg and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms down at your side, Samastiti. Step your left foot back, about 4 feet, and spread your arms. Turn your left leg in slightly, turn your right leg out, and bend your knee. As you exhale, place your hand down onto the floor. Now, if to get your hand down onto the floor, your upper back had to round or your chest closes, it would be better to either use the forearm onto the knee or a block under your hand, because we want to feel that this area of the body, this is called the pranavayu, Vyanavayu, pranavayu. We want to feel that that stays open in these standing poses. Take your left arm over. So you can see with my hand on this block, I'm able to keep my chest open. Here, still good with the hand flat. Here's where I start to round over. So high up on the fingertips or hand flat on this block would be appropriate for me. And that's just based on my proportions. So based on the length of my shin bone, I'd really have to like stretch this thing out to get the hand flat on the floor, which wouldn't be so beneficial. I want to feel that I'm firmly on both feet. Come back up and change sides. A good way to see is if what you think is happening in the pose is actually happening, is to practice these standing poses in front of a mirror once in a while. So you can see how your practice is evolving. Press into your feet, come up, and let's take triangle pose. So lean out over your right leg, place the hand down, find the appropriate position for you. It's a bit of a struggle to keep my chest open there today, so I'm gonna go onto the high block today. Press into your feet and come back up and change sides. Now in the full expression of the pose, we actually grip the left hip towards the back heel in and down and turn the chest open so that we can look up. But if you've gone too low for what's appropriate for your body, like this, and then you're trying to look up, there's a lot of tension on the neck. The energy in the pose kind of gets stuck. So the energy can flow better if the heart center is open. Press into your feet and come back up. Now let's try a second round. And you'll notice that as you warm up in the pose, then you might be able to go a little bit deeper. So if you want to get better at standing poses, it's a good idea to practice repetitions. You can have a day where you just practice. I'm gonna do all the standing poses 3 or 4 times each. Come back up and change sides. Come back up. Now let's practice Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Lean into triangle. Then bend your right knee and put your right hand a foot in front of your foot. Step your back leg up. You can decide which height is most appropriate for you. Bend your knee and come back into triangle pose. Press into your feet, come back up to stand. Turn your legs to the other side, tip into triangle. Bend knee and step up. Slide back, triangle. Press into your feet and come up. Clasp your hands behind your back. Now, here's where a second prop might come in handy in the form of a strap. If when you clasp your hands, your shoulders and chest are tight, it might make the shoulders round forward. We want the shoulders to be able to roll open. So you might introduce a strap and have the hands about shoulder distance apart. Fold forward. I'm gonna pretend that I got the strap, because it actually would really help me. Press into your feet, come back up. Step up to the top of your mat. And so hopefully now you have an idea of how a prop might be able to help you if needed. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back. Take a vinyasa, or just go right back into downward dog. From down dog, lie onto your belly, and we'll practice locust pose. Clasp the hands behind the back, or use the strap or towel. Roll your heart open, and lift up. Hold for 5 breaths. Lower yourself down. Rest one cheek on your mat. Round 2. Clasp hands, go up. Lift legs, head, chest up. Lower yourself down. Press up on the hands and knees. Make your way to seated. Sit with the legs stretched out in front of you. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Wrap your right arm around your leg and hug your knee in as you sit tall. Release, change sides. Cross your right ankle, wrap your arm around, hug your knee and sit tall. Release that. Sit with your legs crossed and fold forward. Now this is where a prop would come in handy to allow the body to relax deeper, because having the forehead in contact with something can really help to trigger the relaxation response. So here you could use either a chair, a couch, or a block, or 2 blocks. You can stack them up so that your head can relax. Come back up. Change the cross of the legs. Then come back up. Sit with your eyes closed for a moment. So in our practice, we're attempting to stay calm and find our center with the things that we can't control. And so like as the helicopters fly over and there's outside noise to distract, we can just practice staying connected to our breath in our center and not allowing these things to detract us from the deep calm that our meditative flow takes us into. And that always resides in us. The problem is it gets clouded. So we can find a deeper sense of serenity through letting go of what we can't control, which is all the outside things. People, places, things. And learning to change what we can, which is our reactions, what happens on the inside. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.